everyone, welcome back. So this week we're going to start a little series of grooming videos here. In this video in particular, today we're going to be talking about brushing your dog and getting them really used to it. A lot of dogs can be uncomfortable with this process, so I'm going to walk you guys through it. What I'm starting with here is actually just getting Wrigley used to the brush being around and being moved around her head. I'm rewarding her just for interacting with it. And here I'm actually cueing her to touch it. You can see my nose touch video at the end of this one to actually teach your dog this one. But basically you're just rewarding them for touching, interacting with, being more comfortable with this tool that eventually is going to be on their body. Okay, moving on to the next step here, I am going to be conditioning Wrigley that me moving the brush towards her and actually going to touch her with it means good things happen for her. So what you guys want to start with is just move the brush towards your dog, say yes, follow that with a treat, and you're gradually going to work up to actually touching your dog with it. So in the first couple clips here, I'm not actually touching Wrigley at all with the brush. I'm just working on that action of me moving it towards her. You guys will see me progress to actually just touching it on her body. Her laying down right there is a really good sign that she's pretty comfortable with this. You definitely want to practice this off leash to give your dog the chance to walk away if they're uncomfortable. Because she's quite comfortable with this, I'm actually advancing to brushing a tiny section right there. You guys can barely even see me moving the brush. We want to advance really slowly with this one, especially for dogs that have longer hair, that maybe they have some mats going on. We don't want to pull at those in any way. So light little brush strokes. Same thing, as soon as I touch her with the brush and do that tiny brush stroke, I'm saying yes and giving her a treat. Now, this next step that I want to talk about is all about cooperative care and focusing on the cooperative part of it. So what I'm doing here is the exact same thing I was doing before, except I'm actually waiting for Wrigley to look at me before I start brushing her. This is what's called a start button behavior. So basically, I'm letting her be the guide of when the brushing is going to start. We've done a lot of conditioning with this, so she knows that brushing comes paired with really good things for her. But I'm not just going to rush in and start brushing her when she's not ready for that. It can startle a lot of dogs, and this actually, you'll see once you practice it with your own dog at home, with waiting for them to offer that eye contact or whatever it is that you guys want from your dog to offer, and then they allow the brushing, you'll see that your dog will hang around a lot more for the actual brushing itself. This process is very easy to teach. All you're going to do is wait your dog out until they look at you, and then you're going to brush, say yes, give them a treat. And with this one too, it is important that you do pay attention to the signals that your dog is giving you. So I'm only going to brush Wrigley if she looks at me. And you'll see in the upcoming clip here that she actually is choosing to not look at me. She's not ready for me to brush her again. She actually puts her head down. That is a sign to me that she needs a break. She's not ready to move on with the task. Okay, and here we're back from the short break. Wrigley actually chose to come back on her own and lie down. And you see she's much more comfortable now that she's had a little breather. We're actually moving on to adding several brush strokes in, more longer length body to this exercise here. Again, I'm still pairing it with the treat. She gets the treat after the brushing session is over. And I still have that start button eye contact before I start brushing her. Working this up in short sessions with your dogs, really focusing on those beginning stages of that association game of that brush coming towards them always means treat, will get you far when you get to the long run here with those longer brush strokes and brushing them literally for a longer period of time. So following this recipe all the way through, focusing on the beginning steps and making sure that your dog is comfortable throughout is going to be much better. It's going to set them up for success for the rest of their lives when you have to brush them instead of dealing with some uncomfort later on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you do have any questions in the comments section below. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Happy training.